burp again.
Do it.
Kickback Podcast. Case and Gerard J.
She's looking at porn on it. She's looking at booty on it. There they go. What's happening, baby? Episode 2, Season 2 of the Kickback Podcast. I am Gerard J, radio and TV personality in ATL, Georgia, flanked by my brother, multiple Grammy nominee, R&B legend, still doing this thing, and of course, in the middle of the Case 25 tour right now, it is Case, ladies and gentlemen.
What up?
What's up, brother?
I'm chilling, man.
You good?
Yeah, man.
We just got back from Phoenix. I went to Phoenix with this dude. We had a great time over the weekend.
Hold on, before you say that.
Huh?
You know we on the ballot again, on the Grammy ballot.
Yes.
For the song I did with Salam Remy.
Yes, we have to talk about that in a second because
Okay.
he hit me with some information that I was not privy to. We're going to talk about that soon. But first of all, welcome to the
Maybe
Kickback
I'm gonna win
Podcast.
one day.
Huh?
Maybe I'm gonna win one day.
You should have been one, but that's a whole nother conversation.
You know.
So listen, thank you for joining us right now, the Kickback Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. This is where we come, we talk about whatever's going on, social media-wise, entertainment-wise, of course, current event-wise, and then we have some fun in between all that too. So that's what the show is all about, and also letting you get to know the man in his personality Case as we are enveloped within the Case 25 tour.
Enveloped.
You like that one right
Can
there,
you
right?
dig it?
That's good right there,
sure.
right? And what we also want to try to do is bring people in to hang out with us, you know what I'm saying? And today we have a special guest. She's super funny. She got all her natural inches, which I like right there, you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, the funny woman, Alisha Coley is with us this evening.
Hey, Alisha Coley is in the building.
Let's go.
Alisha, not ICIA. My mama black. Okay, she called it the black way.
She call it.
All right.
Colored, yes.
Alicia's coming in hot, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, we're glad you're here.
Thank
You know what I'm
you.
saying?
Thank
You have a
you for
lot of
having
things
me.
going on that we need to talk about too.
Yes,
you know what I
please
mean?
do. Let's put it on the table.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So this is how we're going to do it. Now listen, if you want to possibly join us, you can. We have a way for you can do that. What you can do is you need to follow the Instagram at the Kickback P. The Kickback P.
Mm-hmm.
There is a link in there, and that is how you come and join the channel, which you've already done because you're here. But let everybody else that you know understand that's how they get to us. Now, if you would like to get down with us, maybe come be a guest co-host, whatever the case is, send us a DM at that Instagram, and we'll see if we can get you in the building. That's how we're going to do things.
We
all right?
welcome that.
Yeah,
We welcome that.
Yeah, we got to have fun with
They
it.
can't have my seat though. I'm gonna stay.
They can't have your seat?
No, I'm gonna come back.
All
And
right, well,
just sit here
we got
every
way
day.
more
You
seats.
should.
They can.
But we got way more seats.
Yes.
We got seats.
Okay, I just wanted to let y'all know.
We
like,
got
No, you
seats.
good.
I'm
You
gonna fight y'all for this seat.
No, no,
okay?
no,
Like,
Let's go. Ain't no
Unnecessary.
fight.
You with
Let's
us.
go. Let's go.
You with us.
Let's go.
You with us. You know what I mean? So, Alisha, we talk about, everything that's going on. You know what I mean? We come on every week, so we talk about things that have happened over the course of that week.
Okay.
We weren't here last week because we were both out of town, so we've had 2 weeks of interesting stuff going on. You know what I mean? And it's always tough to kind of start shows like this off on a heavy note, but you have to if there's heavy stuff in the news, right? You have to have those
Let's talk about
It's a heavy
discussions.
week. It's a heavy
You know what I'm
week.
saying? It's a heavy week. And, the thing about the heavy week is the way we have to start the situation off is something I think when everybody saw this story, I think it blew everybody's mind. I'm talking about the story with Raiders receiver Henry Ruggs, right? The third.
Because you don't want Henry Ruggs Sr.
To be associated with
Right.
this.
Yeah, you don't want him to get dragged
If
into
you
it.
haven't heard, this is the Raiders receiver who was going 156 miles an hour in Las Vegas and slammed into the back of a young lady, killing her and her dog in the car. And he was drunk, blowing, I think it was a .161.
With a loaded gun in the car.
With a loaded gun in the car.
Oh, wow.
Nigga shit.
Now, we have to discuss, people's feelings and what's going on because obviously this has become a huge story. Now, today the news came out that he's facing up to 50 years in prison.
Yeah.
And you have some people saying, yeah, he's going to get that. You have some people saying he's going to get a percentage of that.
he's
But
not
let's
gonna
go
get
around the room and just discuss what happened with this situation. First of all, my question is, I've never heard of nobody doing 156 miles an hour on no street in the United States of America. I ain't never heard of that.
Let me tell you, I used to do 130, but it was an empty highway on the way to my house every night. It was like an empty stretch of highway.
Yeah.
Every night, in the middle of the night, it'd be empty. And I would do 130.
You're crazy.
156
That's
on
a
the
lot.
street.
On the
That's high.
street.
That's far, fast. Like you get
No,
in
not
there.
on the highway
You get in there.
if you're in the right car. But 156 on the street
Dangerous.
at that time of day, nigga, you out your motherfucking mind.
Yeah, he was driving the Corvette, the C8, and his girlfriend was in the car with
Was
him.
in the car with a loaded gun.
This is an interesting situation.
It is. And the only time I did like over 100 is in a rental car and that shit starts shaking. Like I was like, let me slow this down. Like I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
But he's crazy. And
Yeah, he's wild.
I don't know how that whole money thing works. if he's going to get off or he's not going to get his 10, 20,
No, he
50
didn't
years.
get that
like,
much.
what is,
He
what
didn't
is
get that much money.
He's
to
a
take it
rookie.
off.
He's a rookie.
Well, no,
Oh,
he was
okay.
a rookie last year.
I mean,
Last year.
he's a second-year player.
The point is he don't have enough money to get off.
No,
from that.
he's not
Yeah,
getting
he
off from
don't.
that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah,
Nah.
this is.
He going to serve the time.
And you know what's sad to me is to see a young black man work their whole life, and I
For
guess
something,
it
yeah.
means more to me because my son used to play college football.
As
so
did
I saw
I.
him work since he was 8, 9 years
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
and he worked his ass off to get there to throw that shit away like
Yeah.
that.
Just
It's-
like that.
It's terrible
'Cause it's definitely a rap.
And to take somebody else's life.
Yeah.
is I mean that's where the majority
Yeah.
of my prayers are.
Yeah.
but
I
it's
think they
just
might
sad.
care about the
It's
dog
sad.
more than the lady, right? Is that?
Yeah,
okay.
no, it's
Too soon?
there's
Okay.
a certain amount of people that's going to care more about the dog.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, another thing too, though, is now it's on video. Like the after effects are on video, so you see on video this lady's car
Yeah,
engulfed
she
in
burned
flames,
to death.
and they
She didn't
burned to
die
death.
right away. She burned to death.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that part I didn't see.
That
Yeah.
adds a lot more drama to the situation
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah,
looking
she
at
burned
court
to
and
death.
everything like that.
She burned to death,
That's
which
sad.
is a horrible way to die. I mean, I don't.
I mean, yeah.
but
Yeah,
I,
I
can
don't wanna
imagine.
die by
That's
fire or
horrible.
water.
Dude, I was in a fire one time, and just the smoke alone, that shit was terrifying.
Yeah.
So I can imagine being trapped in a car and you die like that by the smoke and the flames. That's got to be horrible.
What do you think it does to the NFL? Because I'm asking that question loadedly because here's the thing: there's a lot of irresponsible actions lately with NFL players doing stupid
Especially
stuff.
with the Raiders.
Yeah, there's two.
That's the third.
This is the third.
The coach, Henry Ruggs, and then the cornerback the other day got arrested. I mean, he got released because he had guns on, talking about he was gonna kill a nigga.
Yeah. I mean, what does the NFL do here, Case? I mean, what do you
They're gonna
think?
do what they always do. They're never proactive. They always come after the fact. Just like Aaron Rodgers. They knew Aaron Rodgers
another
was
thing.
fucking up the COVID protocols for the past 8 weeks. But now that he got COVID, now they find him. Wait, Aaron Rodgers makes $50 million. You know how much they fined him today?
It was $10,000 or something, wasn't it?
$14,680.
Oh, that's a spit in the pond.
Yeah.
He
Like,
might as well
okay.
hit a nigga helmet to helmet.
Right.
Like it's bullshit.
Yeah.
The NFL gonna do the same shit they always do.
This is gonna be tough because again, you see the after effects of this accident on video. The video aspect adds a lot
Yeah.
to it, especially when it comes to court.
It's
Right?
terrible.
Because you see Henry Ruggs and his girlfriend sitting on the curb. He's clearly drunk as hell. You know, they crying and stuff. But then over here they show the carts and flames.
And it's on fire, and there's nothing nobody can do
There's
to
nothing
help 'em.
nobody can do because the flames had completely took over the entire vehicle. It wasn't like nobody could get to them or nothing like that. So they're gonna show that in court. Like this is not gonna
yeah.
be. This ain't gonna be a description of
Those are
what
aggravating
happened.
circumstances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the law is the law, honestly. Like you can't get around that. You
Yeah.
know, some things you
Yeah.
can get around, but when this is blatant in your face and you see it, you can't get around it. And do it as drunk. Like, come on.
Man,
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nigga, you driving 156 miles an hour. I have
In the street.
never wanted to get nowhere in the street.
In the street.
I never wanted
Drunk
to
as
get nowhere
hell.
that fast. Now I'm not gonna lie. When I used to do 130, I wanted to see how fast my car could go.
Right,
Which with 260, but I wasn't doing that.
right.
But 130, and it was an empty highway in the middle of the night.
What kind of car was this, Case?
That was S-Class.
Was that the S class?
But in my own defense, an S-Class does not feel like that.
No, it doesn't.
Because
doesn't.
I've been in the car with people and I was doing 110. I'm like, how fast you think we're going? It's like 70.
60, yo.
And then they look and be like, oh shit, we're doing it.
But you
But
know-
it was an empty highway. It wasn't a street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know the thing about it too though is like when you're impaired like that, when you're drunk and you really don't even know really what's happening. Because I've driven fast in cars too. But I'm sober, so you get all the effects of it. Like
Right.
you get the exhilaration.
You
and
can feel it.
Yeah, you feel
Yeah.
it. But when you're tore up, he probably had no really idea as to what was really going on. He didn't have no idea how fast he was really going. But that's more reason why you shouldn't be.
I used to drive drunk.
Okay,
That's my disclaimer. And when I was,
y'all heard that right?
no, it's some real shit.
Yeah. You're a bad influence, Case.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not.
look,
No, I was
sometimes
younger.
I still do.
But let me tell you, now I got pulled over that night. But every time after that, I was still younger.
Yeah.
My shit was on cruise control.
Yeah, you just
My
navigate.
shit was 62 miles per hour.
Yeah,
I wasn't in the street either.
yeah.
156 miles an hour, nigga.
And so they're saying just to keep the technicalities in place, he was going 156 miles an hour. Notice he's about to hit somebody, slammed on the brakes, but the impact was at 127 miles per hour.
And it knocked both cars 500 feet before they came to a stop.
That's crazy.
Like you hit anything going 127 miles per hour. He's lucky that he's
That he
alive.
didn't die.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
lucky that he's
And his
alive.
girlfriend that was in the car.
Yeah. And all he had some scratches on his face. That's pretty much it.
That's because he was drunk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, drunk people don't never get messed
That's
up.
because
Like,
they're
that body
relaxed.
be limp.
Yeah,
That's why.
they be
Yeah.
limp.
Yeah.
fools and babies.
Listen, man, our prayers and
That too.
condolences realistically go out to everybody that's
Yeah,
involved,
definitely. 'Cause
especially
that's
that
a terrible
victim.
story.
Yeah. So,
That's a terrible
please
story.
keep your prayers in for her family. And she was 23 years old?
23 years
wow.
old. Life just started. And he's 22.
Yeah.
Both of their lives were just
Yeah.
starting.
So 3 lives gone. Just just like that. Over.
I mean, not 3. One was a dog.
that's a life to me. Okay.
All right. I'm not
So-
going to do this with you.
That's
It's a
fine.
dog.
I didn't ask you to. I'm just telling you what it is. But listen, prayers and condolences to everybody that's involved in that tragedy.
Absolutely.
Of course, we'll
doing
keep
the
our
dog
eyes on it to let you know what's going on. But that's what happened with that. And then another tragedy that we
fucking
have to
dog.
transition into is the Astro World Festival that we heard about.
That was horrible.
Very terrible.
Now, as we break this down, broadcasting on a platform like this, as we break this down, I want to get a lot of details. Case has a lot of details about this. My details are a little bit sketchy at this point because of everything that I've been reading and seeing. And it's like a lot of contradicting things. And some new stuff came out today. In case you haven't heard, there was a festival. Travis Scott was there in Houston. And some people got trampled. And some people lost their lives.
11 people dead so far.
The youngest person so far that has died, I think, is 14 years old. But
Yeah.
I found out today that a 9-year-old
Is in a coma. Yeah.
because his brain was swelling and all of that. Now, Case, you're a performer. You've been on big stages. You're always on big stages. You look out in the crowd. You see when they get to wild and doing what they're doing. How many people go to a festival like this?
Well, that festival was 50,000 people.
All in the same area, right?
It was all, yeah.
So if there's a stampede that happens or people start getting stepped on, that can go unnoticed, right? Like that people
Well,
can...
if you're an artist on stage, and this is the part that I didn't like, people were saying, well, he just kept performing. But what people don't understand is when you're on stage performing and you have in-ear monitors, you have basically earplugs.
Right.
And the earplugs are playing the music.
Right.
And they was like, oh, the crowd was chanting, stop the crowd. You don't hear that.
Right.
All you see is people moving, and you're hearing the music.
And it looks like
you're
they're
performing.
It looks like they're partying.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
looks
look
like
like...
they're dancing.
Especially for someone like him,
Right.
because they do like mosh pits and shit at his
Okay.
concerts.
Okay.
So I didn't like the part where people were trying to make it like he didn't care.
Right.
Now, I can't speak for him. I don't know him. But I've been on stages.
Right.
And I know. I was at a stage in England one time, in the UK, and there was 1.2 million people. I don't give a fuck what happened. I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless the whole crowd is chanting at one time.
Yeah.
And I still with in-ear monitors, because with those in-ears, they're like basically earplugs that are playing what you're supposed to hear. You're not hearing what's going on.
Right.
And for you to look at that, you don't see, especially if suppose you have shades on.
Right.
The lights blind you. You don't see all of that.
Right.
So I think it's extremely unfortunate though.
And some news came out today that there were some police officers that were there, like in the front, right there in the front, and they were filming. And this was apparently like 30 minutes after the melee happened in the crowd, but they didn't know. And they were saying that there was already some deceased bodies that were in the area from the stampeding while the concert continued to go on. But I think the point remains that I don't think that people just said, "Oh, F it, let's just keep going." I think people just didn't know.
I think that
except
people
for-
need to wait and see what the investigation
Yeah.
turns up. But because I've seen people online blaming Travis Scott for it, I'm not ready to go that far because, like I said, I've been on stages.
Yeah. And I don't think you should be blamed.
Yeah, you don't see that shit.
Yeah.
Like you really don't.
And you're the performer. You're the performer. People get paid to direct the crowd in different places or different ways. So where was the security guards? Where were before
But
all
all
of
of
this?
that, you don't see that.
Right, but they should have been in a place where things, what is it called? Crowd control?
Yeah, crowd control,
Before
yeah.
it starts. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be able to regulate it and know that this is about to happen.
And I saw a video yesterday, I think, because people were like, oh, he just kept performing. But there was a video where he stopped the show and was like, hey, somebody's passed out. Get him. It's like security come
I
get
saw
him.
that too. Yeah. So he was cognizant when he could be.
But when it gets out of control, you're not
Yeah.
going to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that. You're not going to notice that. And especially in a crowd that big, all you're going to see is them lights in your face. You can't see faces. All you see is people. So, and I think that it's unfair for people to blame him. Like I said, there's an investigation going on, so maybe he can be blamed. I don't know that.
Right.
But I think it's kind of early for people to rush to judgment about that.
Yeah, so they showed a clip of him saying that somebody passed out at one concert, but he
No,
didn't say
the
it.
same one.
Oh, the same concert.
He was like, wait, stop it. He was like, stop the music. Somebody's passed out. Security, get in there and get him.
Okay.
So
Because I was going to say they probably try to use that against
No,
them.
no, it's the same one.
It's the same concert. Okay.
Now let's detour a little bit though, right? Both of you are parents, right? I don't have children, but both of you are parents. They go to a festival, they go to a concert, have a good time, right? All ages, people from 7 to 70 at this concert.
There's no 70 on.
I'm just saying, it might be. You know what I mean? Hey, listen.
I'm going to be there. When I'm 70, I'm going to be in the I'm in there.
Stay your old ass home at 70.
But let's go there for a second, though. Your children go to the show, innocent, going to have a good time, listen to some good music, and this kind of thing pops up. Somebody's child is 9 years old that's in a coma that might not make it out right now. Been there. Okay, talk about it.
Well, here's the thing. My wife's nephew was there. And he said that he saw it happening, and he had a bunch of camera equipment. He said he threw all that shit and got up out of there. But
he was able to get out of there.
Yeah, because he's smart. Like he saw it coming, and I'm not saying that anybody else isn't smart. What I'm saying, he's smart. He saw it coming, and he got rid of his equipment and got the fuck up out of there. But I don't think a 9-year-old should be at any festival seating concert. Because it was festival seating.
Because it's like a standing room only type thing, right?
No, it's gate crowd.
Gate crowd.
What festival seating is first come, first serve.
Okay.
So whoever gets to the front first, that's where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
As quick as you, and once the gate crashes start, it's, and I've been in a situation like that. Me and my ex-manager, Misa Hilton, we were at a party, a Def Jam Christmas party. And we were at the front of the party, and there was a whole crowd started pushing, and we thought we was going to die.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was the scariest shit I ever been, and I dealt with a lot of shit.
Right.
That shit was scary because there's nothing you can do.
Right.
You think you can push, you can't push back against all them people.
No, not against all them people.
It's like the insurrection thing, like when that happened at the Capitol. Like
Yeah,
you see the dude getting pushed at the door, there's nothing he can do.
And I'm telling, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I felt that because I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was serious.
But as far as my child going to a concert, something like that, I don't know if I would say no at 9. If it was me or responsible and adult, I'm not going to say you and your friends, your other 9-year-old friends can't go. Like their parents trust me.
Right.
So they're going to send their kids with me.
Right.
So I would think that it's okay.
That is okay.
Nah, I'm not letting my child go to. You know why? Because Travis Scott concerts are known for mosh pits and shit. Like, I'm not sending my 9-year-old. I have an 11-year-old.
Right.
That's my youngest. She's not going nowhere near that shit. Are you crazy?
It depends on the artist for me.
But that's the artist.
But I mean, I'm saying you said would I let them go? I'm just thinking talking about in general.
No,
like
I'm working with you. She can't go, damn it.
She can't go. All right, cool. Uncle K said you can't go.
And Lillian.
Uncle K said
Uncle
you
K
can't go.
Yeah, Uncle K said you can't go. I whoop everybody's ass in there.
But no, I mean, I've been to places when I had people's kids and I had to move people out
And
the
see,
way.
yeah, that's a thing too.
So-
Note to self, Alisha can't be around my kids.
Listen, I choke slams people, okay?
You what? You what?
I choke slam them, okay? Choke slam.
But you know what? I mean, that brings a good point though, because you don't know. Like, you just trying to go have a good time with the kiddos. You know what I mean? You know, it's a festival. People go to Coachella and all that kind of stuff all the time. You know what I mean? And of all ages. And the same thing could happen at a festival like that.
No,
Right, and what
it ain't
9-year-old don't want to
happening
see like a
that ain't
like
happening
Beyonce?
at Coachella. I guarantee you, that's not happening at Coachella.
And what do you mean?
Because they take every bit of, and they take extra precautions. That's not happening.
So do you think at this festival that it's a lack of preparation? That's why this happened? Is that what you're saying?
My own personal opinion?
Yeah.
Or based on the facts?
No, based on what you think.
My own personal opinion, I think there was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there was. Because think about how many festivals there have been. Lollapalooza just happened in Chicago a couple months ago. 300,000 people. None of this shit happened. Think about how many concerts Michael Jackson had that was set up like that.
Yeah, but think about the concert that happened in Vegas that was out there and the shooting happened. Like, you never know what's
How we
going to
go from
happen.
pushing to shooting?
I'm just saying, we're just talking about big concerts
Yeah,
with
but
a
that's
lot
two
of
different
people.
things.
But still, it's the same. Like, they couldn't control
No, that nigga was just shooting.
But you can't control that.
That was a
They
defective
couldn't
person.
control the crowd surge at the Travis Scott concert. They
But
couldn't
you can
control
control it everywhere else
Well, why, Case?
because you
Lack of
paid enough
preparation.
money to make it happen.
So you saying because his concert tickets were a little bit on the lower side?
Oh, I don't. Were they low?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You said
No. I'm just saying that there's a reason why that we've been having these type of festivals for decades, and this hasn't happened. Do you realize that this is one of the worst concert tragedies in the history of this country?
I do realize that. Yep.
And think about Woodstock, both Woodstocks. Even the Woodstock in '99, it was a bunch of fucked up shit that happened. It wasn't no bunch of people dying. a bunch of people overdosing.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's a thing. I mean, if you want to overdose, cool.
They was riding a white horse.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Or the yellow horse. What's an ever?
What's an ever?
What's an ever? Yeah, let's go. But I just think that there are certain things that can be avoided, or you can take as many precautions as necessary to try to avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, and that's not saying that they didn't. You asked my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that you have to take as many precautions as you can.
Absolutely.
I've heard the police chief of Houston said that he spoke to Travis Scott a couple of hours beforehand and was like, this could be dangerous.
Really?
And they did it anyway.
That's see now you open
Right.
another
Yeah.
avenue. You know what I mean? So and then it brings you to the question of
My 9-year-old ain't going.
okay, fair enough. So
My
now
13-year-old ain't going.
So
unless
now-
she's 6'2".
So now, you know how we live in our society where, when something happens, then all of a sudden we account for it, right?
Yeah.
We don't do
Then
it
we
before.
care. Yeah.
So what happens now with festivals like this? Because obviously this is
It's gonna be all fucked up now.
okay.
Yeah,
we're-
it's gonna
we're
be a whole
always-
different thing.
We're always reactive.
Yeah,
After
remember
the fact.
September 11th?
Yeah.
Now we got to get naked before we get on the plane.
Yeah, we do.
That's
so
true.
I mean, and let's not forget we're still in a pandemic too. Right.
Right.
You
So
are.
so at the end of the day, it's like
You are.
Oh, here we go. Whole nother conversation. We're not going to don't worry about it.
No.
But seriously though, like what do you do now if you are an organizer of an event like this? From this point
Insurance
forward.
rates are going through the roof.
What about the
is
lawsuits
true.
that are going to happen right from this
Live
point?
Nation, they've already started.
Yeah.
Live Nation has gotten them. Travis Scott has gotten them. It's going to be crazy. And guess what? There are people who lost their life. They're going to win.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Like, people lost their life. There's no getting around that. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way to sugarcoat that. Like, there's a person who went there to have fun and now they're gone. Like, that's a lot
And it's
to take
multiple.
in.
It's multiple people.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in.
And there's people that were injured, and there's people. I go back to this 9-year-old boy. I saw his picture today, and
Yeah,
I was like,
me
"You gotta
too,
be kidding
me
me!"
too.
Yeah, it's very
Like,
you gotta
I
be-
understand the people that got injured, but I guess I'm stuck on the people that went there to have fun. Because I remember leaving places to go have fun.
Yeah.
And imagine me leaving to go have fun and not my life is over. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's,
and it makes you not want to go out. Like
Right.
the people that didn't even attend, it makes you not want to go
It
out
makes you
anywhere.
feel, yeah, I feel you.
You know what? I was having that same conversation with somebody recently, who asked me like, "Hey, what do you be doing in Atlanta?" And I'm like, "Really? I be at the house."
That's
You
why
know
I
what
didn't come
mean?
to the
It's-
party in Phoenix, because I didn't know.
No, that ain't why, but it's
Okay,
fine.
my bad.
But this is we're going through a lot of stuff that is forcing us to not want to be outside like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know for me, it's a thing. Like you and I talk about this a lot, Case.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I be at the house. And I'd be
Yeah, I be in
completely
the crib.
okay with being
I be
at the
in
house.
crib. I get
But-
drunk at the crib.
Yeah. But it has
Nigga,
changed.
all that.
It has changed our mentalities. You know what I'm saying? Think about how we lived 18 months ago.
You're
I was
safer,
drunk at
you
the
feel
crib. I
safer at
was
home.
drunk at the crib then, too, though.
Yeah, but
I
you
ain't
was
gonna front.
outside too. We was outside. We kicked it, right? We,
a little bit, just a
nah,
little bit.
Case. We used to we kick it.
Just a little bit.
But it's just, it's almost like every day is something else, man.
Right.
To me right now, it's almost like every day we got to have a conversation like this on a podcast.
Yeah.
When a year and a half, 2 years ago, we could start a show like this off with some fun stuff. Like we could just
Yeah.
talk about
We could talk about the festival.
whatever or something. Yeah,
And the
the festival.
performance. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about this nigga did a backflip.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now you got to talk about such and such that passed away. You got to talk about
It's a whole new world.
Yeah, it's crazy,
It's a
man.
whole new world.
And and it's just one of those things. And I again, condolences to the families of those affected by this tragedy.
Yeah, that part really bothers me. That people went to have fun and they didn't come back.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
especially young people at that. People with their whole life ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like that is the part that really affected me.
Listen, we will keep you posted as to what's going on next week. Well, there'll be a lot of updates from now about lawsuits, etc., and what's going on with the festival and how things go from here. So we'll make sure that we bring you up to speed on all that stuff. The Kickback Podcast right here, Gerard J. Case and Alisha Coley.
Hey.
Now we need to have a couple of house cleaning situations that we need to talk
damn.
about.
Let's
No,
go.
not bad, but we need to understand. So during this show, over the course of this whole season, we're going to incorporate a lot of cool stuff. We're going to have a lot of guests come through. We're going to have a lot of features and things like that we do. We are also going to have people coming in, filtering through it to be a co-host with us, etc. Looking for anybody that wants to just come and do that and vibe with us, only because we feel like being connected to you as an audience and allowing you to come and experience this firsthand is a cool thing.
It is.
You know, you hear a lot of shows like this and you never really get to touch it. You never really get to experience it for real unless you click on the channel. But we want you to actually come through and hang and talk on the mic with us and just wild out. So if you want to do that, again, send us a DM on the Instagram page at the Kickback P. At the Kickback P. Send us a DM. Let us know you want to come
Go
through
down
and
to
we'll do
DM.
it.
But a lot of people say it.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Who you on the phone with? Who the hell is Craig?
You really
Oh,
asking me
I'm
that?
looking to. Somebody
No,
said.
Yeah.
I'm
Right,
responding
live
to
on air.
Madeline.
Is
Live
that
on
a
air.
picture of somebody's chest?
Oh,
Yup.
man.
Yeah, you see the taco meat?
Tetash.
Hey, she got Jerome on her. But look, so that's
Watch
what we
your
want to do.
mouth.
That's what we want to do, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with this show. And also, if you have ideas or things that you love to hear on the show, make sure you let us know that too.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
For
about
sure.
that too, because we just want to have a good time with it. Alicia, we got to
Yes.
talk about things that you have going on,
Let's do
right?
it.
You have some stuff. Is it Dr. Phil you're affiliated with?
I was on the Dr. Phil show, yes.
Now, tell us about
Whoa,
that
whoa, I
experience.
missed that.
Yeah.
How did you miss it? I tagged everybody on it.
You
I
didn't tag
posted
me.
You
it.
didn't tag me either, so let's not
I
do that.
promise you didn't
If
tag
I don't post ignorance, Case won't like my shit.
No,
let me-
I don't see
do I-
it.
do I-
That's the
hold
only
on.
time Case like
Hold on,
my
Susie,
shit.
I'm
Did you
finna
see
follow
it?
you real quick because I
Sus
think
don't follow me.
Sus don't follow nobody. He
Okay,
just
I got it.
yeah.
Okay.
all he do is all he do is frown at every
And he
damn body.
follow his barber. That's it.
That,
Like,
wow! Shout out to the fresh haircut click.
Let's
You know
talk
what I'm
about
saying?
it. Let's talk about
The
it.
fresh haircut click.
He
Put your
lined up
Instagram.
today.
Put your Instagram in. So talk about how that experience was though with Dr. Phil.
that experience was okay. So honestly, that experience was crazy. They flew all of their people in from LA.
Right.
They drove. They flew. They landed on my lawn. They had lunch there. They brought porta potties and all of that. So basically, me and my husband was going through some stuff.
Okay.
What you do?
And-
You cheated?
What did you do?
What did I do?
You cheated.
Yeah. What did you
I
do?
was the best
Somebody put you on the
woman
counter.
I could be.
She was
Okay.
on the.
I can see a lying
Sex in the
motherfucker from a
kitchen,
mile away.
over by the. Okay, my bad.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
All
But
right.
go ahead.
Not on
Okay.
the show, but you a liar.
So,
Yeah.
you okay?
You're
cool.
lying. You're
I always
lying.
tell people they don't have to like my shit. I just need the numbers.
I'm following.
Oh, thank you. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so
I
that's
appreciate-
lie
I
number
appreciate
2.
it. What? No, I didn't know he was following me
Okay,
because
that's
he
the
don't
first
like
lie.
nothing.
The second lie.
That's not a
Is
lie.
that you didn't do nothing.
That's going to remain. That's truth.
Yeah.
Okay, I know my truth, sir.
So you didn't do nothing.
I ain't do nothing.
So is this why you were on the Dr. Phil show? Because
So if you watch the show or the clip, right? The clip basically tells you why we were in turmoil.
okay.
Why were y'all in turmoil?
We were in turmoil because my husband basically checked out of the marriage.
Why?
What does that mean?
No, why did he? No.
Go ahead, get it,
No,
get it,
no,
get it.
wait. No.
Get it.
He was depressed. It
Why was he
on-
depressed?
You have to
Why
watch.
are you depressing?
You have to watch it.
Why are you depressing?
And then I can come back and answer all your questions after you watch.
I'm about to watch this shit right now
You
on
are
the air.
asking questions from uneducated thoughts.
But I'm asking you.
And I can't educate you until you watch
So you want me
it.
to get Dr.
when did the
Phil
show
views?
It aired on September 15th.
Okay, so it already
actually.
aired.
That's
It
New
already
York
aired.
close to
No, watch
September
this.
11th.
Watch
Hey.
this. Watch
Sounds like a
this.
tragedy.
We're going down.
Wait,
But hold on. But wait a minute. Whoa. It already aired.
It already
So
aired.
that means you can go ahead and give us all the details. We not.
Because we don't need to give Dr. Phil no more views.
Yeah, I
We're
want to
giving
know.
you views.
I want to know what happened. Like what happened?
So, okay, 18 years of marriage.
Okay.
We moved down to Georgia from Philadelphia, Jersey area.
Shout out to everybody in Philly and Jersey. We see
Yeah,
you.
shout out to y'all. Moved down here. We were in business, entrepreneurships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Frozen dessert business.
Oh, dope.
Water ice. Okay.
Dope.
So he opened up a water ice place. I was
Whoa. A
working.
what?
Water ice.
Oh, water.
Water
Slushies,
I don't know what
nigga.
that is.
You know what I'm saying? Huh? Slushies,
Nobody
nigga.
knows.
It doesn't matter. It's just
Oh, it's bothering me. He got it.
okay.
Opened up a small business. So
Okay.
I was there to support that small business and do the things that wives do.
Yes.
Wait,
Picked up,
what
picked
is
up,
that?
picked up my stuff and moved down here.
Mm-hmm.
I always worked corporate. So I was doing comedy, but I always worked corporate. So
Right.
I left my job of 8 years to come down here to support him in his endeavors.
Dope.
Things didn't work out. And so with that, it was a depression
The
that
business
ensued.
didn't
The
work.
business
Okay,
did not.
okay.
So depression ensued on his part.
Okay.
And so I could not.
Did you support him?
I supported. I did.
By
Are
your
you
standards.
sure?
By my standards, my
Okay.
mama's standards, his standards,
Okay.
his papa's.
Oh, you supported him by his standards. Okay, continue.
yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. Continue.
Yeah, listen, I'm
Listen,
a great.
it's okay.
I'm a great woman. Okay?
I don't know, y'all. I need to see.
Thank you for the
because
claps.
Yeah, fuck them claps. Hold on, come on.
Case a rough one, ain't it?
No, because I'm
like
paying
this.
attention.
I like it.
Come on.
Keep
So
it
you
coming.
support it.
Yeah. So my question was to him in 2021 because I wanted to make sure that I was good with stuff. I said, "How long were you depressed?" Well, he said about 4 years. So I'm like, okay, well, how long? I know you can't really put a time limit on depression, but how long is somebody supposed to support you in your depression? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked Dr. Phil, like, do people welcome depression?
This
And
is a great topic.
Some people do.
This is a great topic
No,
right here.
some
Right.
people do.
I feel like
However,
they do. I feel like people do
I need
welcome
to hit my
depression
wife.
because
Babe, let me tell you some shit. Hold on.
what? See, you know what?
No, keep going.
I
God,
feel
I'm
like
listening.
some people do welcome it because they feel okay in that space because it's like I don't have
Because
to.
they're needy.
Okay, I didn't say it.
I said
didn't-
it for you.
I thank
Hold
you.
on. Put 'em
So.
up, put 'em up.
So keep going. So you're on the Dr. Phil show. You're talking about the
And,
scenario.
and Dr. Phil, and he actually called Dr. Phil because he wanted to make sure.
Your husband called
Yes,
Dr. Phil. Okay.
Yes. He wanted to repair the marriage.
That
you
nigga
know?
wanted to be on TV.
And that too.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
what that was.
Okay. So
Especially if you was supporting.
stop it, Kate.
Okay, my bad. That's what
Okay.
she said. My bad. My bad.
Stop it.
Okay.
But
Bars, nigga,
but-
bars.
But yes, so that is basically it. He
So
checked
here's the
out.
question.
I could not check out. I was a functional depressed person. He was a non-functional depressed person.
Right.
So that caused a lot of strain on the marriage.
Okay.
Basically.
So are y'all still together?
Kind of, sort of.
I
What
don't
the
know what
hell?
that means,
What
ma'am.
does that mean?
Ma'am,
That
I
means
don't know what that
means they
means.
boning
It means
still.
I can't tell you what's going on yet.
Okay, but can you go
Because there's
home
a
tonight after
possible
telling that
part
story?
two.
Wait, can
Okay.
So I can't really say.
Okay.
you, okay, so you shucking and jiving for the bald-headed cowboy guy. Dr. Phil. Keep up.
Okay, when you said the boy headed cowboy. Yeah.
Wait, your husband is bald-headed cowboy
That's what I
too?
Y'all
Motherfucker.
crazy.
Yeah, when that hairline start receding, you got to let it go. So yeah, he bald. Yeah, exactly.
You did?
Exactly. Don't draw it on.
So
Don't
wait,
draw it on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is
So
awesome.
yeah, I can't
No,
really
understand
say.
topic.
I can't really say, you know, because it's
You can say.
like I said,
Okay,
You can
so
say.
so let's dive into this though.
So
Not
because-
Dr.
it.
Phil is more important to you than the Kickback Podcast.
you know
That's
what?
you're saying.
You know what?
pretty much because y'all
Oh,
didn't
okay.
pay me like.
You know you got to pay taxes on that $779. I've been on TV Monday.
It was a little bit more than that, but
Not much more.
You're right. You're right. Not much
I'm
more.
telling you.
I
And
ain't quit
half of that
I
goes
ain't
to the
quit my job.
IRS.
So let me ask you this question: because you guys are still somewhat involved in a relationship, do you think that this whole TV situation is going to cause growth, or is it going to cause demise in a relationship?
That is a good question. I'ma say it caused growth.
Okay.
On the fact that I was able to, I'm going into life coaching from it. Because I feel like a lot of women don't say what their truth is when they're inside of a marriage. A lot of women like to coddle their men. A lot of women don't say, like, this is the things that make me unhappy that you do. A lot of women don't say, what?
Nothing. I'm listening to you.
A lot. But I'm just saying.
No, I got an answer to this. Hold up.
Well, I'm just saying,
No,
like, a
keep
lot of
talking,
women
keep
are
talking.
nurturers of relationships.
You are
when
right.
they should be saying some of the things that they need in their marriage, and they don't say it. And it's because of the old school ways that people are taught so many times over and over
From
again.
different
And now
generations.
it's like we're in 2021, you can't listen to your mom and dad no more. You got to do your marriage the way you see fit, the way you know how to do your marriage, not case marriage, not when you're not married, are you?
No, ma'am.
Not
hell
when
no.
you
Ain't
get,
nobody marrying this nigga.
okay,
I
why?
love him,
Because he
but-
light skinned?
No.
okay.
First of all, anybody light skinned.
You got color issues too? Me
No,
too.
no,
I don't
no.
feel like I'm light
I
skinned
want you to
either.
finish, because
Hey.
I got something to say to what you're saying right now.
Well, go ahead and say it, Case.
No,
I'm pretty
I
much
want
done.
you to finish, Alisha.
I'm pretty much
I love
done.
you. Now, let me tell you. Now, I don't know if anybody
Let's get
caught
it.
this on the Kickback Podcast. He asked, do you think that it helped the relationship? And everything she said after that question involves her.
Damn.
Did
Okay.
you notice that? Nothing. You said, do you think that it
That's
helped
true.
y'all's relationship?
Yes.
And everything you said after
I
that.
think it did help the relationship.
No.
Yes.
I
was getting back to that. I was gonna get back to that.
You took a long way. But here's
I'm
the
glad you
thing.
pointed that out.
No. But here's you pointed out how women do this in relationship, then women do that, and people this and people that. And I think that's the lesson here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a marriage is y'all, and I go through this at home.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times I be mad about some shit with us, But if you break it down, I'm mad about some shit with me.
Absolutely.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's real shit.
That's some real
Right.
shit
No,
right
that's
there.
real shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you notice
That's some
everything
grown
she
man
said,
shit, too,
But
to
everything
say.
she said after that, you said, did you think it helped y'all? She was like, I.
I absolutely
Yeah.
do think it helped. You know what I'm saying?
It helped.
Both of us as the individuals.
Well, you didn't mention him, not one time.
I'm telling you right now, okay, sir.
I'm
Sir
listening.
Case?
Her mouth is quivering. She mad. She's
No, I'm not. It's
Either
fine.
that or she about to let it
When
go.
that bottom lip do that,
Is it?
yeah, it
No,
is, it
last
is.
time I seen that bottom. Okay, never mind.
Tears follow that normally. That's I'm just saying.
Oh no, I don't
Something
cry
else
that
follows
easy.
first.
You don't cry that easy. You should.
Not unless I'm about to fight.
Your vulnerability is the sexiest thing you have to us.
I mean,
Whoop his
I
ass.
cry, but so you want me to cry right now? So I go over there?
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
Why are you
Wait.
trying? No, I'm saying, look. World star. Look. Hey. No, but
Right.
seriously though. So, but you got to dive into this topic though, because depression is a real thing that affects a lot of people, especially in relationships. And I'm gonna say this: I think more people go through it than admit it. Number
Yes.
one,
I think more people go through it than realize it.
that's that too.
Yeah.
But I also think that a lot of people don't have the ability to be objective in dealing with depression. What I mean by that is this: a lot of people that are in relationships, if you're dealing with somebody who has a level of depression, a lot of people are not able to step outside themselves and look at things from the other person's perspective. And I think that causes a lot of problems too, because we all have a little sense of selfishness in us in some type of way.
As people, we
and it can
was
be
made selfish.
Yes, and it can be very difficult for you to step out and say, wait a minute.
And I'm the president.
Let me look at it from how they might be feeling. And now you got a person you're in a relationship with
That's hard to do.
who feels alienated because they feel like they don't have no real support. Because they feel like if they come and they're transparent with you, you're going to shut them down. You're going to not understand what they're saying, especially men. Why? Because we have one driver within us, and that's our egos. That's all we got. Women have other things they can tap into. They got reason, they got ego, they got rationale, they got emotion, they got all these things they can tap into. Men have one, and that's our ego. So we have to protect that at all costs. You understand what I'm saying? So if we feel like you're not going to encapsulate that and take care of it and coddle it, we are going to back down. So you take a man who's going through some depression with all of that stuff
And
on
you
top
don't want
of
to be
that.
that vulnerable.
You don't
Because
want to be that vulnerable.
looked at as a weak man.
It takes a lot for us to be comfortable being vulnerable with you.
You don't wanna be looked at as weak.
And now him being on Dr. Phil, he cried in front of thousands, millions, whoever watched. He showed his vulnerability,
And that's a strength.
and so he is now okay with tears.
So what was your reaction when he did that and let himself go like that on TV?
I was like, look at this bitch ass nigga.
See?
I know it.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
I know this.
See what I'm saying? See? I knew it. But you see where I'm going though? Like that's
Oh
a
my
real
God.
thing though.
Her name
Yes.
is Tisha.
But no, I honestly feel like a lot of men, and I saw this written somewhere too, a lot of men don't ever have places to go to release some of the stuff that they're going through.
Absolutely.
To talk out their emotions.
Hey,
Because like I just said,
That's me.
men will be like, you go to Case, and Case will be like, nigga, you a bitch.
Nigga try to play tough.
He kind
You
of
know
does.
what
He
I'm saying?
kind of does play to. Because
No,
I go to Case.
no, I'm telling you.
I go to Case
We
and
try
be
to
like,
play
yo,
tough.
I'm
We
going
try
through
to
this.
play tough.
Case be like, Jay, swallow that shit up.
Right, and then
I'd be
it's
like,
okay
Well, I
for
don't
y'all
say
to-
that because that's
Right, that's really
I don't
like a
say
little
that.
pause. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whoa.
Wait, insert
Whoa.
pause. Wait a minute. Whoa.
No,
My
man.
bad. I fucked up. But you know what I meant though.
I was just about to say.
I don't even want to be here no more.
But no, but dudes do that.
I
Like
was
that's
just about to say y'all could kind of hug and embrace.
No,
and,
the fuck we can't.
Why? But after he said swallow, I was like, yeah, maybe not.
Look,
Maybe
you
not.
get this fist bump. No, but okay, but all BS aside though, this is like a real thing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: does your husband have anybody that's an outlet for him that he can talk to?
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
Okay. Is that person female?
No.
But that person should be. Well, you know what? Never mind.
See, this is the thing.
Because
Let
I
me
say
tell
the
you.
same.
Let me tell you.
I am texting
I-
my wife right now.
I used to ask
Cursing her
my
out.
husband, did he have female friends, and he would tell me no. And I'm like, he is lying.
He might not be.
No, he might not be lying.
No, I feel like all dudes have a female friend that
I
they can
don't.
go to.
I
No,
don't.
that's not true. That's not
I
true.
don't.
You don't have a female friend?
I don't either.
I don't.
Not like that. Not that I can go to and be like, yo.
No, I don't have
need-
female. I have a female friend. I speak to her maybe twice a year.
So look, I'm single.
just saying that
Hold on,
And
but
she was at the K25.
But let's
I speak
go-
to her like maybe twice a year.
But yeah, and then he's married though.
Okay.
Like I'm single and I have female acquaintances, but nobody I'm comfortable enough to go talk to about some deep shit like that.
Okay, not necessarily
No.
deep. You
If
can
you're in a
talk. What I'm
relationship,
saying is
That's the person you want to. Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
But what I'm saying is you can't go and bounce ideas off a female. Like you don't have
Nah.
I don't
type
have
of female.
I don't have a female I'm that close to that I can talk about deep shit.
Hypothetically?
To. No, I don't.
Okay.
Nah, I don't. I used
Not
to.
that I wouldn't
used
want
to.
that.
Right.
But the way life goes and the way things maneuver, it don't work that way unless it's very organic, and that's very rare.
And plus
I agree.
the way I'm gonna keep it funky, the way my whatever is set up, it always turned into something else. Because there's always alcohol.
Then there's that.
Yeah, okay.
Then there's that.
Yeah, y'all men can't. Y'all gotta.
Oh,
men
now
gotta
it's
do
y'all.
better.
No,
men have to do better.
I have the videos to prove. A lot of times it was them.
I'm just saying, men have to do better and not.
Nah,
no, y'all
sis,
do.
no.
Y'all have to.
No,
Don't
no.
take the bait.
Did you catch that?
Don't take the bait.
I
Okay,
used to take
You
the
should
bait.
take the bait, but I'm saying y'all can't. Y'all don't have to take the bait. Everybody don't want y'all. Like it's when you go into a club. No, that's what I'm saying. Like when you go into a club, right? A dude, why you got your ears?
No, I got something in my ears. I'm getting it
Whatever,
out.
whatever. I'm just saying, like.
I'm telling you, I got the videos to prove it. I got
And
the
that's
videos
fine.
to prove it.
But when a dude, and this is okay. Generally speaking, you walk into a club, a dude is standing at the bar. He put his sights on you.
Hey, baby.
Right. It's like, dude, I don't want you,
you
but
drinking?
he
So
just
why
got to
did you
keep
say,
on.
hey, baby, back?
I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
ignored
did. I
them.
heard you.
You lie. You was a damn lie. But I'm just saying, like, why I don't understand why men have this thing like you really are the prey, and I'm
But
going to
that's
get
not
you.
what I was saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
Go ahead.
What you
No,
mean?
no,
who the
I was
prey?
saying I've been in situations where, okay, we was friends.
And then you smashed.
Yeah. And that negates what she's saying.
Why? Why did you take the bait? Why did you smash?
Because I
You
was
didn't
a
have
bait
to.
taking motherfucker.
Okay, then. That's what I'm
What you
saying.
mean? What you mean?
Y'all can't control yourselves.
No, I couldn't control myself. That's two different things.
Okay. Well,
Not
a lot
y'all.
of men.
Let's not make it.
I
let's
won't
not-
blanket statement. You're right. Because it's about
Let's
5%
talk about
of
me.
y'all that don't.
I would no. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I was the top 1%. I wasn't shit. I wasn't trying to be shit. Wasn't gonna be shit.
I'm glad you can admit it.
Yeah, and I would have
That's
did it right on Dr. Phil.
Hilarious.
No condom.
Great. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, all right.
With
Hashtag-
Oprah, with
hashtag-
Oprah working the
hashtag
camera.
leave it in.
With Oprah,
Hashtag raw dog. Okay.
Hashtag
with
leave
Oprah
it in.
working the camera.
Hashtag deal with the consequences later. No, but
look.
listen. So, oh, nice.
That's him.
You did that before though. That
Nope.
was that you practiced that.
I'm on stage all the time.
So no, but this is a real topic, and it's funny that organically. Listen, let me tell you something right now.
Yeah, we way off the clock.
This was not on the show clock.
I love it.
That's good stuff though. This was not on my show clock. Just so you know that. But organically speaking, the conversation went there. And so now you have a person here who's dealing with the man who had depression, which subsequently brings depression onto you a little bit, right? Because you're trying to find out as a woman, how do I deal with this? How do I strengthen my man? How do I bring him up? How do I get him about this gutter,
And
right?
you get tired. You get tired of pouring. You like, I'm pouring out to this dude. Like, you know whose you are. You know God got you. You know this, then the other.
I have a question.
And I'm like, okay, now I'm so empty.
But wait,
Where
I
do
have
go to
I
get
have a
poured
question.
into?
I have a question.
What's
This
up?
is really serious. So
I don't know if
during-
it's serious because you
no,
keep
no,
playing.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
being very serious.
Okay.
So during the time of quote unquote pouring, did you ask him what he needed?
Of course.
And do you feel like he answered you
I don't feel like
honestly?
I don't feel like he articulated it well enough for me
you
to
to
actually
got
get
you. Got you.
what he needed.
Got
Okay,
you.
can I-
Got you.
hold
That
on.
was a very-
However-
yeah, got you.
Go ahead.
And I don't think that that's my fault.
No,
either.
it's not. It's not.
Because I feel like if you don't get what you need by telling me something, I gotta say, Case, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
And when I tell you that, you gotta come back and say, Alisha, X, Y, and Z is what I'll say.
Right.
Like
and
this is how
this is
and
not an
break
excuse,
it down.
but as men, we're not taught to articulate like that. And so I can understand it, but I really
Not
want to
all
ask
men,
you
because
that.
some men do
Yeah, they are
articulate.
some.
See,
very
and
They are some.
okay, now and that's why I'm gonna jump in because I'm one of those guys. Like I'm very communicative.
Yeah, you look ticklish.
and you.
Nah, fuck with you. Fuck with you. Fuck with you. Nah, fuck with you. Fuck with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Case knows me very well,
Okay.
right?
And that's how I know you ticklish.
Biblically?
I'm very communicative.
Okay.
And so I'm the type of person that is very able to articulate exactly what's going on.
I can tell.
But here's the thing. A lot of men are not able to do that. And again, it goes back to the common denominator I talked about earlier, which is ego. The vulnerability thing is not comfortable for most men. For me, I do not know why I'm wired different. I have no idea. Well, yes, I do. I was raised by women.
I was about to say, yeah,
My father
that's
died when I
exactly
was
why.
9 years old. So I was raised by women. So I learned early in life how to communicate my feelings and be okay with that.
My
But here's
brother,
the
one of my
problem.
brothers called himself a hybrid. Like he can do what you do
Yeah.
and still smash or still
Yeah,
be
for sure.
a nigga out
But
there.
it's
Yeah,
a-
no
this
doubt.
is not
No
smash.
doubt. No doubt.
So you a hybrid then?
So sometimes
Cool,
your
okay,
vagina
I'll
be
be that.
killing you.
Okay.
But
So
here-
sometimes your vagina be killing you.
Where? Whoa, why?
No, I'm
I
asking.
will punch you on live camera right now. Like, word to mother. Calm down.
I'm asking.
You know what I'm saying?
I asked a question.
Calm
I know
down.
it was hurting a little bit.
But
I'm
at
sorry.
the end of the day, though, again, that is atypical. That's not normal. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, you have to understand that in your husband's situation, it might be tough for him to do that. And so what that means is that you being receptive to it in a way that's okay and comfortable with him, that's the important thing. It's not about whether you think you're being receptive to it. It's about whether he is comfortable with the way that you are receiving his information. Because the minute he gets an inkling, right, that you're either dismissive or you looking at him sideways or any of that, he's shutting the hell down.
Oh, you think I'm soft?
And listen, and that happened. It did happen, and that's the thing. Like when that part happens, it's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about anymore. I've given you this, that, and the other, and now I'm done. And that's why I said and when that clip, when it says I don't want to be in this marriage anymore, I meant that shit.
That's what it says?
I don't. Yeah, it's in the clip. It's on the teaser. It's in the clip.
But you
I
do,
had
though.
a
I
conversation
can
with
see it in your
my
eyes.
Yeah,
I had a
you do.
conversation with my girlfriend. I told her I don't want to do this shit no
Well,
more.
why don't you
yes,
go be
but
with
yes,
her
you
then?
do.
Why don't you go
But
be
you-
with her then?
Well, she how you know we weren't together? No, we wasn't.
Y'all not together though. I didn't say it. That's not what I said. That's two different things.
But do you see what I'm saying though? Like that, and that goes back to the whole thing about being objective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not an easy situation. You're gonna get a man, 1 out of every 35 men, that will be able to talk to you and be okay with it and articulate his feelings, etc., etc. But everybody else ain't okay with that. So when they do it, understand that it's automatically an uncomfortable space.
Wait, let me tell you something. So when I first met my wife, right, one of the first things she said to me, I hope she listened. One of the first things she said to me was like, I have pride issues, and I'm used to being the man in my relationship.
Damn. See, that's tough.
It wasn't, because she soon got broken out of that. But now years later, sometimes I sit there and be like, damn it, she told me this.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it at the time.
Right.
And
No,
there's,
you thought you could correct it at the time.
Thank you. That's a good.
you know
that's
what?
good.
You got a point.
Yeah, his ego.
Yeah, you thought
It's like,
you could
okay.
change her.
Dick.
It ain't gonna be like that's
The both of you, the both of you is
You
there.
thought you could change that because you know,
he a
Well,
man.
I thought because she was dating,
clowns.
beta. Yeah, beta. Let's call them
Clowns.
beta. Let's be PC.
Clowns.
Okay, clowns.
Skinny jean wearing type motherfucker clowns.
No. They wore pantyhose under their jeans.
Yeah.
And so,
Lord.
but no, I'm be serious. That type of thing makes someone afraid to be vulnerable, because
Right.
you be like, well, I don't want to think that if I'm opening up I don't want to think that she's being the man in the relationship, and shit creates confusion. So
Yeah.
I can understand that.
And
I can
see,
understand that.
and I'm glad you brought that up, because that what your wife is telling you how she was is who I had become.
Right.
Damn.
And that was one of the hardest things for me to be provider, mom,
Yeah.
dad.
Well, no, she wasn't
curricular
providing shit,
activity.
but she was the man, meaning like, nigga, sit your punk ass there before I make change.
Well, I never talked to him like that, but I felt I was going towards that way.
I'm glad you
know
and my
what I'm
wife
saying?
didn't exchange numbers. At
We
the
should
K25.
have. She's so
No.
beautiful. She's so
Nah,
beautiful.
she all right. She cool.
She's
Babe, you
Call
beautiful to
me.
me.
But no, it's really hard, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's,
Look
it's
right
really
there.
hard
Look
to
right
do.
there. Look right here. No, this one. Look right here.
Hey, baby. I love you and I miss you. Alisha Coley
Call me.
has not paid her bill. The number you have reached
It's disconnected.
Oh,
It's
God,
not in
y'all
service.
is not receiving calls at this time for whatsoever reason, for any reason at all.
But and Dr. Phil says that like Alisha had to become something that she wasn't used to becoming or wasn't used to doing. So I had to click in.
Yeah.
And when I clicked in, it was hard for me to now soften back up.
And
if
how
you
old
will.
are y'all children?
13 and 20.
So y'all been together for a
Don't bring
long
the
time.
21 year. That's not a children.
You asked me how old
Yeah,
was
but
her?
that's not a
has been- so
children.
this is
That's
a
not
long-
Still my child.
That's not a children. 13
Ask your
is the
wife,
children.
is her oldest, your oldest still her child? How old is your oldest? Because I saw her.
20.
That's still her child.
No, it's not.
What-
That's
what-
an adult that you know.
It's her child.
Nah, no.
If the child called me your child called her and like, Mom, I need this, she'd be like, okay, my child needs. She ain't gonna say my
She gonna
adult
say it.
needs.
I don't have to. I don't have to.
So
Man,
yeah.
this
Well,
this
something
depression
else.
this depression thing is a real thing.
No,
man.
it's real in the
Depression
black
is very
community,
real.
and we
Man.
as black people don't really embrace mental health the way that we should.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people still don't. And I always said, you always go to the doctors when your body is sick. When your mind is sick, go to the doctors. They got doctors for your mental health.
But as black people, we don't go to a doctor when our body.
Right, y'all
I
just
do.
drink water. Y'all think
Now-
water gonna
now.
cure?
Look, I've been doctor if I cut my
Oh no,
finger.
I didn't even do that. I just kept drinking Hennessy.
If
That's
I cut my finger, I'll be in the doctor's office. Like, hey doc, what's going on here? Like,
See?
I'm that guy though.
Okay,
he light
ticklish.
skinned?
No, ain't nobody light skinned though.
Ticklish. But you are ticklish.
Hey,
Alicia,
Anybody-
tickle
anybody-
him. Watch this.
Don't,
I don't
no.
Hey,
know.
put the camera on Jay.
No,
Tickle him.
no.
Tickle him.
No, don't get this work.
What I tell you?
No, I'm not. Mm-mm.
Okay,
I
he
met
just
this
told you
guy,
everything you
face-to-face
need to
right
know.
now. But
Did he not just tell
when the
you?
cameras are off, I'm gonna tickle him.
All right, you gonna get body slammed
If
too.
you
Oh,
tickle
shit.
him, all you can is hee.
I got reflex. My reflexes is off the chain, so I apologize in advance. But no,
No,
listen.
I'm not gonna tickle you.
Listen, as we talk about this situation, depression's a real thing, and when you are in a relationship, you have to understand that objectivity is very, very important. You have to be able to be there for your partner. You have to be able to understand what they're saying, and more importantly, you have to be able to embrace them in the way that they need to be embraced at that moment in time.
I agree.
Otherwise, you end up like Ye. The person ends up like Ye. And we all are talking about Ye. We've all seen Ye. We've all seen the effects of Ye from not only the loss of his mom, but the things he's gone through with his wife. And this is a perfect segue and a perfect example because we're watching the things that a person like Ye is going through. And a lot of people are saying that he's in depression.
A lot of it I love.
This is a person who's worth $6.6 billion. And a lot of people are saying that he's depressed because of the things that he's saying and doing and all of that. So we were talking about the things that happened in this recent Drink Champs interview where Kanye was, or Ye, was in there. And
Now he Kanye. Mama named Kanye. I call
Yeah,
him
I call him Kanye, too.
I don't give a fuck what he changed.
But-
He Kanye.
but this was a perfect segue because Case and Alisha, a lot of people are saying that the things that you're seeing from him are a sign of depression and mental health
Not
issues.
all of them.
What do
Not
you
all
I
think?
don't think
Not
it's
all of
full.
them.
Yeah, I don't think it's full depression.
Okay.
I think he's just crazy. One, and then I think that he does stuff for attention too.
Well, see, that's a cop out to say he's just crazy.
But I think he does stuff for
But
attention.
there's deeper than it.
I
I
think
think
he-
that here's what I think.
Go ahead.
I think that his mama didn't do him no favors. She did not teach him how to live in this world without her. If you notice, as
a tough
soon
one.
as she died, is when all this shit happened. Remember
Well-
Kanye? Remember Kanye before his mom died?
Yeah,
And I
he's
think
very
that
pleasant.
even when he wasn't pleasant, though, think about it. George Bush doesn't like black people. All that shit. I think that his mama didn't teach him how to be in this world without her. That's what I think.
Okay, so conspiracy theory. You
Oh,
know that
shit.
whole
Here we
Illuminati
go.
thing. They said.
No, I'm not
that-
doing that.
No, I'm just saying that's what they said. You don't want to do. You don't.
No,
that-
I'm not. Go
that's
ahead,
the-
you can
that's
do
the
it. You can do it.
conspiracy
No,
theory.
you can do it. You can do it. Go
Conspiracy
ahead.
thing that says he had something to do with of his mom, and that's why he's crazy now. So
That's
it's
what
like
you're going with?
I'm
here on the
just
Kickback
saying
Podcast.
that's what they say.
Okay, special ed got one hand.
That quote unquote. That's what they say. But I don't think that.
Special ed.
I don't think that he's crazy. I mean, I don't think that he's
But
depressed.
you just said he was crazy.
I
And
don't
you
think
just
he's
said he was
depressed. I think he's crazy. I think he is doing stuff for
But
attention.
calling somebody crazy is a cop out.
I think that
That's a good point.
I think that's a cop out.
you know how people are called trollers because they just want attention to do the things that they do on social
Yeah, I don't
media.
think he's that. I
You don't think he's a troller?
No, I don't think he's. I think he
I think
honestly
he's very
needs this shit.
smart though.
Let me tell you something else. And I told my wife this. I think that a lot of the shit Kanye says, and sometimes when it happens, I'm like, no, that's not what he meant. And I'll explain to her what I think he meant. And 3 months later, it'll come out that that's what he meant.
Okay.
I think that he's like me sometimes.
Impulsive.
Yeah, he just says what the fuck is on his mind. It doesn't matter if you get it. And I think that it comes out and people be like, wait, what the fuck did he say? I've been there. I've been there so many times. And he just says what's on his mind. He needs a filter, but he's not going to get that. He
Right.
needs, if I'm saying, hey, Alisha wants to drive my car, and I would just say that, he needs somebody to be like, well, what I really meant was, Alisha wants me to give her my car keys so she can drive my car
Right.
up the street to the store for me. He doesn't do that. He just lets the shit out, and it comes out wrong, and people react to
So
it.
why do you think him being attentive to those thoughts and saying it out his mouth, he's not realizing that that's what he needs? Why is he not? Why do you feel like he's not getting that person to filter his thoughts before he says what he's going to say?
Well, I'll tell you why. I have been recently diagnosed with ADHD, and I think he has the same shit.
Okay.
And sometimes I just say what the fuck is on. I've been working on it because some of the shit that I say when in a microphone, you'll be like, "Wow, this motherfucker here."
Yeah.
But I think that he has too much money to think about that. He feels like I have my thoughts. This is what I feel.
So when does that become a place where, because you have so much money, why does that make you so powerful, if you will, to not get those things in place to help you out?
Because you don't think that it's wrong. He doesn't
What?
think that it's wrong.
Okay. Well, I guess that's
Matter of
why.
fact, remember when he said slavery was a choice? He made an album 2 months later and said it. I said slavery was a choice. They say how, yay. He made a whole song about it.
And that's the thing. I get what he was saying when he said that.
Me too.
I understand it.
Me too.
But you just can't say certain things.
But until it
you have
affects
to-
him, it didn't affect him
Right.
in a negative way.
Does that have anything to do with money?
No. Because I can get on TV and say any old dumb shit. How's it
But
going to
I
affect
think
me?
it did.
about-
I think it affected him when he said slavery was a choice, because he
He
lost
wasn't
a lot of
He wasn't a
followers.
billionaire yet. And now he's a billionaire. So
But he lost it a little bit. You remember
So
a lot
it
of
does
people
have something to
started
do
He
with
out
didn't have
him.
$1 billion yet.
So it has something to do with money, you're saying?
No, it has nothing to do with money.
Okay.
What she's saying, she thinks it affected him. I think that when you get to that point, you don't give a fuck. You don't know any better.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, you don't know any better.
Right.
But you don't give a fuck.
Here, so the reason I asked that question is because if you watch the Drink Champs interview, he referenced his money a lot of times in the interview. He talked about it a lot. He kind of,
I kinda loved it.
I'm 6.6. Like what, he did that a lot in the interview. And I think that based off of that, what I got from it is that he feels like because of that monetary position, because of that socioeconomic status, it excludes him from having to necessarily be responsible in a certain type of way.
I don't think that. Let me tell you why. If you remember, were you a Kanye fan from the very beginning?
Like I am.
Do you remember when Kanye hadn't even had a record out yet? He
Yep,
was like,
I do.
I'm going to be the greatest shit ever. I'm going to be this and
I
this.
remember that.
When he
think
did
that's just how he
when
feels.
he did the truth beat for Beanie back in the day, when
Before that.
I'm saying, but when that happened, that's when everybody kind of started to know how Kanye
But do you know,
was.
after he had the car accident,
Okay,
the same shit he's talking now, he was talking that shit then. And that was 17 years ago.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
The
So-
only difference is that now, the shit he was saying he was going to have, now he has. He hasn't
Right.
changed the shit he was talking.
Yeah.
so
he
then,
hasn't
so then,
changed it.
so then why? Okay, so then why?
He said his grandfather gave him that confidence.
So then why the backlash?
Muhammad Ali was saying he was the greatest before he beat anybody.
So then why the backlash from everybody towards Ye at this point? Because I'm gonna tell you why I feel. I'm gonna be transparent. I support Ye because I think he's a genius
I love
musically.
Kanye.
I'm gonna tell you.
I agree with that.
I think musically he's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the stuff that he's done is impenetrable. I really do. And I think that he is the type of influence that he can literally do whatever he wants to do, and he's okay with that. And I respect a person like
You
that.
just said it.
I respect a person like
Yeah.
that.
You just said it. Say no more. Did you hear what's the last thing you just said?
Yeah, that's how I feel about him. So the reason I'm saying that is because when you watch like the stuff like the Drink Champs and you watch like the performances he did for the album and all these type of things, which by the way were genius, by the way. But I'm saying when you watch all this stuff, all you see from people is a bunch of hate and why the hell is he doing this and this fool crazy.
Okay,
and blah,
can I
blah,
tell
blah,
you
blah,
why? Can I tell you the answer to? I didn't know that was your question. Who was our hero in the 70s? Our black hero besides Muhammad Ali. It was Michael motherfucking Jackson.
In the 70s?
Yeah, in the 70s was Michael Jackson.
Because he was
Jackson
my hero
5.
in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. He
Okay,
was-
well, grow up. So in the 70s, Michael Jackson with the afro, he was our hero.
Okay.
In the 80s, it was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And when you get too big, they start to make you fucking crazy.
That is
they
true.
do it to everybody.
That is true.
It's not black, it's not white. They do it to everybody.
But what
To
about
Elvis?
they do it to Beyonce?
Yet.
Okay.
She ain't that
big
yet.
enough?
Nah, she ain't that yet.
She's America's
Felt
sweetheart
like-
though.
yeah.
It's
I
different.
feel like she is.
That's America's
And so
sweetheart.
was Sandra Bullock, and what'd they do?
Nah, that's
No,
not
no,
even.
no, wait, time out.
That ain't comparable.
No, I'm not saying it's comparable, but I'm using your words. You said she's America's
Beyonce
sweetheart.
is America's sweetheart.
Yeah, I get it.
Period.
Okay.
She can't do no wrong. She's America's sweetheart.
Neither could Sandra Bullock, and what'd they do?
What did they
her
do?
husband's a Nazi.
Yeah, but
I'm just
she ain't
telling-
Beyonce.
Okay.
She ain't on the same
That's-
level as Beyonce.
That's not what I'm saying, dog. What I'm telling you is that's what happened. When you get to a certain level, that's what happens to you. They did the same shit to Prince. They did it to Michael Jackson. They did it to Elvis. They did it to James Brown. They
Right.
do it to everybody. That's how it goes. That's how fame
Do you
works.
think that based off the stuff that you're seeing, do you think that Kanye is crying out?
I think he's been crying out.
I think he's been crying out as well.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
sorry,
agree with
he's been
that.
crying out.
Yay, my bad. Yay.
No,
Yeah.
Kanye. I call him
You
Kanye.
think he's crying out?
I know personally. I call him Kanye.
Okay.
I think he's crying out. I believe that.
Go ahead.
I believe that this is a cry for help, but I honestly believe that he don't want the help. Like, it's a cry out, but it's like you can't tell him anything at this point.
Right.
You know, because who is he going to listen to? Like, it would have to be I'm about to say it would have to be Donald Trump
or Jay-Z
that he would listen to.
No, I think if you listen to Jay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why I back that up. If you look at the Drink Champs interview, you could tell he has immense respect for Jay.
He should.
He said that Jay was the boss. He would not do a verses against Jay because Jay's the boss. And I thought when he said that was very humble to Kanye, because Kanye don't do that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Cocky.
So he don't do that. So I thought when he did that, I thought that was honorable because you kind of had to do that. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real.
Here's the thing that people don't remember. When Kanye, before his first album came out, so remember this? That was 2003, 2004. Y'all don't remember him getting on the radio and be like, yo, I'm the greatest rapper ever. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm a this and that. And people was like, yo, that nigga's crazy.
I do
It's
remember that.
same thing now. Like, why y'all looking at it now like it's crazy? Because now he has $1 billion.
I don't remember that. But
You don't remember that?
No, I remember that.
He's
I'm gonna send you the
he's
interview.
always talked like that.
And you know what? And he said on his album, he said, I get that confidence from my grandfather.
But
he
I feel
gave
like
that to me.
everybody that's in entertainment or anybody that wants to be something should believe that they are the best to
Absolutely.
ever
Yeah,
do
but
it.
everybody doesn't
Period.
get on the
Absolutely.
radio and TV and say it the way he did. He said it. You know, he reminded me of Muhammad Ali. Excuse me. He reminded me of Cassius Clay before he was Muhammad Ali. How Cassius Clay used to be like, I'm the greatest of all time, and he hadn't won the championship yet.
Right.
And that's what he reminded me of. But the same shit that he's talking now, he was talking that shit before his first album came out.
I
You
think
remember
that's
that
great,
shit.
though. I think he should
But what
have.
I'm saying is when people now, because he's had success.
He manifested it.
Thank you.
Okay.
But people are looking at it now like, well, I don't know, maybe nah. He's talking the same shit.
He's still crazy.
He's just talking it better. But people
And
said
he
he was
a lot
crazy
richer.
then. But people said he was crazy then.
I'm gonna go a little deeper.
That's what she said.
Hilarious.
She did. She tells me all the time. Watching the interview, and I watched it a couple times. Right. I started to look at it from a different perspective, and I feel in a way that I'm not sure that Ye was ready for the amount of notoriety and the level that that he's at now. I don't think he was ready for that. I don't think he ever expected to get to that particular point. And I think that now he's at that point. He's like not necessarily knowing how to maneuver through it in a certain type of way.
I think that he expected it because he's spoken into existence.
Yeah, but let me tell
think
you-
what he wasn't ready for was his mama to not be here.
Right.
And
That's
that's
a good-
that's
yeah.
the only
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that's
yeah.
changed.
That's true, too.
Because think about it. Everything that went on, he was talking this same shit then. And then his mama died, and he kind of went a little sideways, and he been a little sideways ever since.
Ever since.
But he's
And
talking
I
the
get
same.
it.
But he's talking the same shit he was talking in 2003.
But what I'm saying, Case, is that if you look at the interview and you watch him, look at his body language, look at his mannerisms. Whenever they interview him on anything, look at the way he moves. He doesn't look you in the eye.
Well, that could be cocaine.
I think no,
we don't know. We don't know. But you can't put that on. Not.
No, listen. I just don't. I'm not sure that he was positioned mentally to accelerate and ascend that quickly. Because you got to remember, when it comes to the monetary part of it,
Wasn't that quick?
he just
Do you
became.
know Kanye got more Grammys than Michael Jackson?
Yeah, but
and Marvin Gaye
right.
combined.
But his economic status that happened pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Nigga.
Because of all those deals and stuff, and I think with Kim, the whole thing with Kim also affected him in a way, because I don't know if he was ready for that level of microscopic attention. I'm not sure that he was ready for that at that time.
Yeah, I can see that.
And you can tell it.
I don't think that his actions now say that though.
Look at his haircut.
Because
Right?
shit is beautiful.
I'm not saying it's whack. I'm just
Shit is
saying
beautiful.
that is
It is
strictly
whack. I was testing you. That shit is
No,
whack.
I mean, no, it's him.
That shit is whack.
That's him.
No, motherfucker.
I'm not gonna tell another grown man to cut their hair, but what I will say is this: that to me looks like it's done to just purposely say, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna do this."
I just think it's
You know what I'm
another
saying?
attention grabber.
But
I
think
don't
about
think
it.
it's
Michael Jackson went to get the Elephant Man's bones.
He
to get
did.
your
Yeah, I remember
attention.
that. I remember that.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
But,
same
but
shit.
everybody that mess with the Kardashians go a little off.
that must be some
You know,
good
so
midsection. That
it-
midsection.
And
That
you know
midsection
what?
gotta
And
be impeccable.
People,
I'm just saying.
people said last week, yo, the only person that messed with them and was okay was Travis Scott. God damn it, won't you look at it?
Right. And now this.
It's just, I mean, you know, watching that interview, though, I think, I will say this, too. You got to know a lot more about Ye, and you got to know a lot about how he feels about certain things. Like, I think that the fact that he was transparent about stuff that he normally wouldn't be transparent about. Like, he talked about the whole album situation, and when he talked about the Soulja Boy thing, the way he did it.
No, dog.
No, hold on, I'm not done, bro.
Okay,
when he talked about that, I thought that was funny. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, he was up front with it.
Yeah, but he didn't tell you anything. You did. Did you see what he posted today?
No, I didn't see.
He apologized to Soulja Boy.
Yeah, I saw that. He did apologize. You know, hey man,
dog. Let me tell you.
I should have told you I wasn't gonna use the verse.
All of the stuff that you're talking about was the people that attacked him in the past couple of months. He shot back at them.
So he's doing damage.
That's all he did. Think about it. Remember, Talib Kweli was like, "Yo, this Trump thing," and he attacked him. That's all that was. Come on.
That's true.
You're bigger than this. Come on.
I want to get back to what you was talking about as far as his body language. You said he wasn't looking people in the eye. Was he slumping, like hunched over?
When I looked at him,
I didn't watch it.
When I looked at him, what I saw,
I didn't see it.
When I looked at him, what I saw was a man who is on a platform and who's trying to satisfy everybody by being a shock jock. That's what I saw. But I didn't see that. I saw that he wasn't necessarily prepared for what he was about, the position that he's in, because Nori and them were talking to him as if he was like a pharaoh, like if he was a different, you know what I'm saying?
But you got to keep in mind that platform is automatically, they were all fucked up. He was fucked up.
Like Nori was like,
right, but take that into account too.
Yeah, no.
Take into account his body language. They were all fucked up.
Yeah, but and even listen,
it was all softballs though.
Yeah, it was all softballs. No BBs.
I mean,
it was all softballs.
Softballs.
But the thing about it, if you listen to him talk through it, Ye was all over the place with what he was talking about. Like he would,
but he's always been like that.
No, not like that though, because he just kept going. He was changing subjects and I felt like he was doing that just to appease people.
Okay,
that's how I felt. I felt like Ye wasn't really trying to do all that. But I felt like he was just, let me talk about whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I am.
That's just me.
But that's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've been a radio personality for 20 years now. And so when I talk to people, I read their body language. It's a natural thing for me. Like, I read all of that. First time I talked to this dude, when I met this dude, like, that's how we got tight. Was because I read him and we became brothers.
Wait, what you see in my body language? I was like, nigga, I'm the shit. What's happening? Tell the truth. That's what you saw?
And he knew you wasn't ticklish, so you kind of offset his ticklish.
Yeah, he was like, wow.
You want to be real? I'm going to tell you. Okay. What I saw was that this dude's in some type of pain.
Yeah, always.
But he's about to go kill this crowd and then be back in pain when he go back in stage. And he was. And he was.
No, I was in physical pain.
Pain. I'm talking about pain.
I was about to die.
And I could see it. The first time I met him, I could see it.
No, I was in physical pain.
No, he was.
And he got through his concert, and then he came back.
And he did the show, and went right back.
As soon as I got off stage, I was like, "Nigga, I'm about to die."
I knew something was up.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trained.
And that made you want to be his friend because he was in pain.
No. Just because
he wanted to kill me.
He wanted to rub your stomach.
I knew it. Whoa, sis.
Are you crazy?
I'm sorry.
Don't you come in here and start trying?
Whoa.
Y'all said y'all gonna talk to each other and embrace each other and
no.
Ain't nobody say that.
Nobody say all that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
First of all,
you said you go to him. That's your brother. You knew he was in pain and you wanted to.
Yeah, but you try to take it in a place that's gonna get you talked about. You better calm down.
You get a yeast infection.
Wow.
Wow. Hey. But no,
I'll take that over anything else.
But I'm saying,
let's go.
Fair enough, because they got the monostat for that. So listen, but I'm just saying, I read that. I read that in him. I read the fact that he was just kind of putting on, like I'm gonna do whatever the hell because that's what they want me to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the way that I looked at when I looked at this Ye situation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I do appreciate the fact that he was there for 2 hours talking to them and got and they got a whole bunch of information out of him.
Yeah.
But it also, I think, showed some vulnerabilities in Ye. I think that Ye is really mentally going through it right now, especially with the whole divorce situation. But you haven't heard him talk about it though.
He's made records about it.
Yeah, but that's different. You haven't heard him actually come on a platform that's just organic and talk about it.
Because you know why? And I could attest to this. Sometimes it's easier for me to make records about what I'm going through than it is.
Exactly.
Sit down and talk to
exactly. That's what I mean. It's difficult for him to sit on that platform and have a conversation. Yeah. Not a production, a conversation.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I agree.
Yeah,
and
that's so much.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the topic that we were just talking about. That's why I segued there because it's the same thing.
Good job.
It's the same thing. This is what I do, baby. Hey, look. Hey,
don't do that. Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Not little. Nice segue.
That's the reason why I set that up that way because that's what it's all about. The stage is the same stage, regardless of the magnitude of the character.
No, it's
right?
not.
Sure it is.
No, it's
what are you
not.
talking about? Sure it is.
Come to my next show. I'm gonna show you.
I come to all your shows. What are you talking about?
And guess what? And you leave every one of them happy to the
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you my guy.
Happier than the morning
But
sun.
this is the moral of the story, man. I think we need to make sure that we hammer home is that. Listen, this mental health situation. Not saying that Ye
real. It's real.
saying that Ye is mentally unhealthy.
saying that he's not.
Because I don't think he's unhealthy. I just think that this mental health situation and you focusing very hard to appease other people is a real thing.
Yes.
Can I tell you what I think is a real thing? This is some real shit. I think that all of us are mentally unhealthy.
Oh, I got problems.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
agree
problems.
with that.
Oh, I know you got problems.
And
You know
people
I
need to
got 'em
stop-
too.
People should stop saying that they don't have any
please.
issues.
Oh, yeah.
And you really need to get into what's wrong
got
with
problems.
you. What is wrong
But
with you?
the problem
you know?
is this: as men, and I'm glad you're here. As men,
Even as women,
you can help us, right? So as men, our problem is we are afraid to talk about it because we think it makes us look too vulnerable and weak.
But
right?
as women, they're afraid to be taken advantage of for
sure,
being vulnerable with us.
sure, absolutely,
Right.
Am I right?
That is
But
absolutely right.
yeah, we all got mental
And
issues.
it comes to trust. It comes to that whole thing where we can't rely on y'all to release our weakness and vulnerability because, like you said, you all take advantage
Yeah,
of it, and that's
yeah.
been going on. It's a cycle. It's been
It's a
going on for so
cycle. Yeah,
long,
thank you.
and
It's
then
a
it goes
cycle.
back to y'all. You can't show us your vulnerability because, like, again, it's like you are weak, and I don't want to see it. In reality, what you said earlier is showing your vulnerability is kind of sexy. You know what I'm saying? Because it
I
makes
think so.
and,
To
it-
some
and it's
people.
to some people, and it's a strength. Because if I see a man cry and I know that the tears are legitimate tears, and you
Yeah.
ain't crying just to be trying to get
To
some
get sympathy, right.
or sympathy, like, and I'm gonna
I ain't crying to
empathize.
get no pussy now. That's
I'm gonna empathize with you, and I'm like, oh my god, like he just cried in front of me.
Yeah.
This is some sexy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
just crying to cry,
Yeah. I'm
Cry?
I'm about to cry right now, but I want nothing.
if you just crying to cry,
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's
a
I'm
crime.
sick of
No,
your
but
shit.
look, that's a phenomenal point. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's an important point because
Yeah, it is.
That's what it all boils down to,
Yeah.
man. Think about how many conversations that you've had with somebody that you love or care about or just want to see win, and think about how you might not have known how to embrace something that might have came out their mouth or some way that they might have told you that they thought, or think about how you looked at a situation when you could tell they were clearly uncomfortable in telling you their point.
And think
How
about,
did you handle it, and did you handle it in a way that was conducive to them being better?
And think about
that's
how
the
we
whole
grew
thing.
up. Think about how we grew up.
absolutely.
Shit like that was looked at as a weakness.
Yeah, for sure.
Like for a man to express how he really felt. Like for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Yo, your girl over there, she gave some other nigga her number. Oh, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, right.
That's what we was
Right.
taught.
No
was
one-
the way that
yes,
you should react to
yes.
that.
Right.
No matter how you feel, that's the way we
That's
were taught.
hell
that
yeah.
you were
Right.
supposed to
You
react
didn't want to
that.
cry. You didn't want to go
fuck
cry.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch.
Right. But
That's
and
how we were
inside
taught.
you were hurt. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But you didn't want
And
to
you
show the
carry
hurt.
that hurt around with you.
Right.
And you carried around.
Now you hate women.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
It's crazy.
Thank you.
Facts.
It's crazy. But I also realized too that even growing up in a house, like my household was, I grew up with both of my parents. My mom, biological, both. My mom was from down south. My dad was up north. I don't know how they worlds collided or whatever, but he was the thug type, and she was the dainty little, and it was like, she never wanted her marriage. She always was a coddler of her marriage, or nurturer of her marriage. So some of the dumb shit my dad did, I'm sitting there like, yeah, nah, I ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? But my sister, she's a little bit different. She likes the whole marriage thing, and so she's
a
more
fixer.
of she's
a fixer.
where I'm like, okay, do I do it? Do I not? And then I'm listening to my mom like, well, you just stay in it because you just stay in it. And it's like, no, you don't just stay in something you don't. So now, what my thing is with women, you don't stay in something where you are unhappy. If you can fix it, yes, fix it. If it's fixable, repairable, fix it, because it's hard out here to be single if after you've been in a relationship for a long ass time. So fix your stuff if you can, but do not
Fix it if it's worth fixing.
if it's worth fixing, but do not force.
Yeah.
Do not force the fix.
Damn.
If it's not organic, do not force the fix.
Damn, that's some real stuff right there.
Because you can't.
No, that's real shit she talking about.
You can't. You can't fix it. You can't fix it when it's forced.
So
I hear my girlfriend talk about one of the things she been saying the same shit for the last 2
Force it
years.
when it's fixed though.
She's saying the last
That's
2
my wife.
You know what?
Oh, my bad.
She been
My
saying
bad.
the same thing for about the last 2 years in her marriage. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't got nothing else for you. I ain't got nothing else for you. I'm not gonna keep on listening to the same shit you tell me about your mate. That's it. That's it. Do it
Or don't.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Shit or get off the pot.
So is this a person? Okay, so that's another thing. So is she looking for validation from you as her homegirl to tell her that it's okay to leave?
I hope she not no more because I already said it like 1,000 times. It's okay.
You shat upon her already?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
I hate this guy, bro. Like,
Yo, she
He's
said
crazy.
it.
He's
It's
crazy.
a different dude. Over
She's
there.
a shat upon her.
Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to steal that. Okay, I like that.
Okay,
but
my shit is copyrighted.
no, I'm taking it anyway. You didn't copyright it that fast. It's,
Run my
it's
shit
ours.
cross country. Fuck
It's
it.
everybody's that's listening.
Okay, that's true.
But yeah, you have to not be so much of a nurturer where you're losing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of women get lost in their marriage. A lot of women get validated like, oh, you're such and such's wife.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm Alisha. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you just gotta, I don't know. Everybody need to find their footing and do it the way they see fit. Stop listening to the old ways. One of my girlfriends said to me, oh, well, because we were talking about marital vows. And I was like, yeah, well, my mom or your mom or old school is till death do us part.
She said, your mama?
No. I'm just
whoop her
saying, you're so
ass.
stupid.
Oh, my
You're
bad.
so stupid.
Okay. No, I'm just
So
checking.
like, no, I'm saying like, you know, people will say like old school, it's till death do us part. But one of my friends, I talk to a lot of people. One of my friends was like, well, what do death do us part really mean? It could be just the death of the marriage. Like this
Damn.
part is over.
Nah, you got that shit from Oprah. No, that's
is
some
that
Oprah
what-
shit.
Okay,
No.
well, it could not, but it took, for me, I never heard it. If
That's
it was from
not-
I never
Oprah,
heard that
it was
either.
meant. It was meant death. You die, we die,
you
I
talking
die.
about physical death.
Yeah, that's what that's how
That's
it's
how,
meant. Don't
but
do
that's
that.
how the vows are said. No, and no, when you read your Bible, how do you interpret everything? I don't
read the
interpret.
Bible.
Okay, what do you read? What do you read for inspiration? Oh, again, interpretation. Again,
Instagram.
interpretation.
But no,
So anybody,
no.
you could read the Quran, however you want to say it. You could read.
Quran.
Okay,
Quran.
if you want to roll your R, that's cool. But you can read whatever you read from for inspiration. You're going to interpret that because of the way you live your life.
Right.
Like I'm going to interpret something like Jesus walked on water. Okay,
It was
the
frozen.
water exactly.
nigga, I'm already
Interpretation.
knowing. I'm already knowing.
So I'm saying like you have to do your stuff the way you see fit. Period. Stop asking people for validation. Stop saying, oh, Gerard J said on the radio that, you know, if I did this, then, you know, butterflies was going to ensue or,
What you said, yo?
or clouds
Whatever
was
I-
going
whatever I
to,
have
or
to say.
rain was going to, like, Gerard J, like,
Now
no.
the rain part, that was me. I said that.
But
that was me.
But how realistic is that? Because
It needs to be very realistic now.
no, but how realistic is that? Because let's talk about that. Like seriously, that's a great point. But everybody don't have that type of strength.
They don't.
Well, everybody doesn't have that type of
Listen,
understanding.
I've been
That
in so
too.
many, when I look
You
at
didn't
Facebook
understand it
groups-
before you have strength.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I looked in Facebook groups. I was in a Facebook group. It's called like it's a divorce group. Like they have a couple of them because I was like,
but you're not divorced.
You're
I'm
not
not.
divorced.
I'm not divorced.
why you're not getting divorced?
Because at the time when I said I don't want to be in this marriage, no, I told you that. When I said
Okay,
I don't
well,
want to
then
do
you
it,
should've
I
waited
started
till
looking
you
at it
got
like,
divorced.
what's the reason why people don't be in their marriage no more? I
I'm
started
sick of
reading
your shit,
stuff.
Alicia.
I
I'm
wanted
sick
to
of your
read
shit.
it.
But why?
No.
For validation.
For
That's what she was
validation.
looking
Yeah,
for
right.
validation.
No, I'm sick of her
Until
shit,
I got
though.
to the point
because she shouldn't have
where-
been reading that shit till after she was already. I'm sick
Until
of her
I got
shit.
to the point where I said, okay, this is how I'm doing my life. You know what I'm saying? Like they can say whatever they want to
these
say here.
people.
Basically,
Yeah.
They can say whatever they want to say here. You can tell me, Case, you've been married for so. You can tell me you've been in a whole bunch of relationships. I don't care.
Nah.
I don't care. But to me, this is how I have to do my life.
Because it's only gonna work for you.
It's only gonna work for
Everybody
me.
else shit ain't gonna work for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me how to walk it.
Thank you.
You can't tell me how to do it.
But I know a lot of people that don't understand that. They think that that's the way.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That ain't the way.
It ain't the way.
And my thing is like we're working on being friends. We're at ground zero, working on being friends again, starting from ground zero. I ain't like this. I don't like him. We're trying to get
Wait,
there.
you didn't like him at ground zero?
No. We're starting at ground zero.
Oh,
like
jeez,
I
okay.
liked him at ground zero, but we're back at a zero starting point where we're trying to have conversations
Oh, okay.
with each other, you know, and because I don't trust him.
But you still hitting that though.
No.
Wait. You don't trust
God
him.
damn it. What do you mean?
Hold on. You don't trust him because
No,
of his,
hold on. You not hitting that? What the hell hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, what is that? Wait a minute.
We are still married,
Why is it
man.
why is something wrong with me?
Oh, okay. Say less. No, say less. She just said
I'm
everything.
just saying, like,
My bad. I got you. She just said it. I thought it was the other way, but now see it's that way.
but we still have children to raise, so
Well,
we have to learn how to communicate
But
all over again. Listen, y'all should have watched. Y'all should have watched the show.
Do you know what you're doing?
About you not hitting that on Dr. Phil?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Is Dr. Phil hitting that?
Did I tell you that? That's funny. That's
I need
hilarious.
to know. I must know.
Dr. Phil
I
hit
got
that?
to know. What's happening?
Yeah,
If
that's-
Dr. Phil was hitting it, I would not be here tonight.
Yes, you would, too.
No, I would not.
Yes, the fuck
No,
you
I
would.
Yes, you
I
would.
would not be in LA.
You know how fast it be? Well, first of all, it'd be over.
Alicia.
It feels so good. Oh, ooh,
But
I'm
no,
sleep.
Y'all not.
listen, you said something.
I said, are you
triggered
hitting
a
that?
thought. No, you triggered a thought, and I was going to respond to that.
Okay,
and
before
I
that-
cannot remember what I was about to say. And my answer still no. I already answered that.
I'm
no.
sick of you.
Is that on
shit.
purpose? Like, is it
Yeah,
like
it's on purpose. You see,
Are you
she
trying to
said
hold it
purposely.
again? Are you trying to
No.
hold it from him?
So anyway, if you watch the show,
Ain't
Nah,
anyway.
you're not gonna
You have to
show
watch
run
it.
for Dr. Phil on here.
You gotta
Nah,
watch
fuck Dr. Phil.
on the show we
Put my
talked about
glasses back
it
on,
was
'cause
more
I-
stuff that y'all we can't even get into right now.
Okay,
Because,
but we just got into that, so you're not hitting that no more.
but he not getting into that. Okay, so
Who, Dr. Phil is not?
neither one of them.
That's dangerous
Well,
ground.
somebody
Right there.
need to. Okay, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I'm about to hit my wife. Head
Is
bad.
that on purpose?
Yeah, it can't be by accident.
It could. It could
Get
be.
the fuck out
It
of
could
here.
be that the
How can it be on
feeling
accident?
ain't there. It could be,
Even she said that can't be by accident.
No, not accident. But I'm saying it could be because the feeling ain't there. It could be because
Find that shit.
that kind of stuff.
We married.
Or are you?
I mean,
are you
when
just,
you go through depression, I don't think that sex is the first thing on your mind.
It
Like
should
you-
be the first thing, but goddamn it should be right up there.
It's at 1.5.
Food, music, and sex. One of them three.
That's what I said. Anyway, that's what
Okay,
I
well,
was
then
going
never
to say.
mind. So it's not
That's
her.
what I
Okay.
was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Like, I was going to say to you, because you said something about what's wrong with me, or you said what's wrong with me. Nigga called
I would
Dr.
never
Phil
say
for
what's
me.
wrong.
Okay?
Oh, he called Dr. Phil.
Okay,
yeah.
this changes everything.
Listen, I got
Yo,
Dr. Phil
start this whole
like, I'm
episode
telling
over.
you, we
ain't got
Start this whole episode over.
I got show, crew.
Damn, Case.
Nah, I didn't Case on that shit to do with this. Nah, you leave Case out of this shit. Okay. Oh, god damn it.
I feel
God
like
damn it.
we have to wrap the show up, but I don't really want to at this point because I want to find out what the hell is going on.
And
I mean,
nobody
bring
need to wrap
me
nothing
back.
else up at their crib because
Okay.
ain't nobody fucking.
Hilarious. He said. Anyway, go ahead.
So wait.
What?
Wait. Okay.
No.
Hey, go ahead.
This is not gonna be all about me. We need to.
But you the guest.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm about to
Okay,
say.
fine.
Yeah, I must know. I
We
got
ain't talking
to know
about my
that. What's
comedy
up?
shows I got coming up. I got
Oh,
a
yeah,
show
okay.
coming up on the 20th.
No, you didn't talk about it. You kept talking about Dr. Phil.
Y'all brought him up.
Ain't, how would we have
Gerard
brought
J.
up
brought
Dr.
up-
Phil?
that- yes,
He
he
didn't
did.
bring
He
up Dr.
yes,
Phil.
he did.
He didn't bring up Dr.
Okay,
He
Phil.
introduced. He said, so
hold
you
on.
was doing Dr. Phil.
No,
That's how
I'm
we
gonna
started
look it
talking
up.
So
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna.
look it
Okay,
up.
so how about this? When does part 2 come on?
Ooh-wee.
We're still in the talks about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Nigga, stop talking about Dr.
We'll leave
Dr.
it.
Phil.
We'll leave it there
Come
and
on.
just understand part 2's coming. I know you want to hear about the rest of the story, so check Dr. Phil for it. What do you have coming up?
We're gonna have a watch party on the Kickback Podcast.
That's a great idea. We should
That's what we
broadcast
got.
live from
And
there.
We're gonna have right
There
on
you
these
go.
screens, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
So comedy shows.
Comedy
We
shows.
got both
people-
of y'all sitting here.
Tomorrow, I am at Laughing Skull in Atlanta.
I've heard about that place. I've never been, but I
Down
heard.
at the Vortex, right on Peachtree Street. So that's where I'll be at tomorrow. Saturday, I'm at a private event in LaGrange, Georgia. Never
Private?
been over
Ooh.
there. Yeah, it's a gala that I'm doing.
You doing comedy at a gala?
I am.
That's gonna be dope. That's
I am.
dope.
I told him.
I don't know what gala means.
That's
I mean,
like
we gonna
it's like
get
a
real
So
dress up.
I've been to
formal.
one. I just didn't know what it meant.
Okay, well, it's all right. No.
Okay.
And then November 20th, I have Eddie's Place out in Decula. It's a barbecue restaurant. I've been doing that for 4 years now.
You hustling?
Yeah.
You out here?
I do a little something. You
Hold
know,
on.
coordinating. What?
Go ahead, keep going.
I coordinate the shows. I run the shows. Make sure
You gonna tell 'em about the
comedians get
360?
paid.
The 360?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm waiting on.
I
Come
gotta
on.
do my. I gotta do my rest of my
got you.
shows.
Come on.
So that's November 20th. That's this next Saturday. I got November 17th, which is this Wednesday. On the show. Kelly Kells is gonna be on the show for Saturday. Special K, Carl Douglas on the show for that Saturday, and comedian AD is on the show for that Saturday. George Wilborn will be at my other show
I love
in
George
Snellville
Wilborn.
He's funny as hell.
I love
at
George.
Empire Lounge on Wednesday the 17th, along with comedian Weight Ball. So they'll be there. I'm the host, coordinator, promoter, all of that stuff.
Check you out.
Do that. And then
Shit,
the
I see why that nigga
360.
depressed.
The 360 for huh?
AD from Sacramento.
I thought he's from Denver.
I'm from
You
Denver.
from Denver.
It don't matter. Ain't no niggas from Denver.
I'm from Denver, nigga.
And-
You ain't a nigga. She just called you light.
See, that's two. Y'all see, that's two.
Yeah, and I'm
Case don't get
actually
these
I'm
hands.
darker than him, ain't I?
Thank you.
Darker
Thank
than
you.
who?
I'm darker than you.
You crazy
I'm
as
brown
hell.
skin.
You got cataracts too, because you crazy as the motherfucker.
And then to the photo booth, the 360 photo booth. 5 photos. That's another business. It's partnership that I got into. It's 4 of us that run it. If the guys can't do it, the girls get it. If the girls can't do it, the guys get it. And
Sound like an orgy.
like that's
My bad.
hilarious.
Nigga said
Maybe
the guys
we do it
can't
on the
do it,
booth.
the girls can do it.
Kind of does
But
sound like orgy.
Nigga.
So
Look.
make sure y'all book 5 photos. It's FYE photos with the F. So follow that if y'all follow it. Follow it. Rent the booth. Rent us. We'll be there to make your party. Rent us the booth.
I'm just listening. Why would you say
Because
that?
you gonna swallow real hard. Maybe you didn't
Because I'm
swallow
a
hard.
hard swallowing motherfucker.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's why I was trying to stop it. Yeah. I
No
was
girl
trying to
stuff. No girl stuff. No, that's in Revelations. Nigga, then you know I can see you.
Hilarious. So yes, book the photo booth. Case enjoyed it at his 25th. You didn't
Oh,
get
I
on.
did.
I was there, but
You
I
were
didn't get
there,
on.
yeah, you didn't
I
get
don't
on
really
the-
do a lot of. Yeah.
But wait, no, I got one with me and my kids. I got
Yes.
one with me
So
and
that
my
was
wife.
her. That's her photo.
Yeah,
booth.
that was her. I
Okay.
got one with me and my kids. I got one with me and my wife.
I saw. Yeah, you got.
Yeah. Shit was fun.
Yeah. it
Even
was
though I
cute.
fucked up, I didn't know how it worked.
That's all right. He
I've
jumped
never
off.
been on one of them
He
things.
jumped off before he got
I
back
thought it was for
around. Like,
girls. I
Don't be
didn't-
calling me a jump off.
I'm sorry. Jump off.
So how can everybody
It's
follow?
not
How
for
can everybody? How
girls.
can everybody follow you and find out what you got going on?
They can follow me at my name, Alisha, Alisha Coley, Coley, on all social media platforms. That's where you can follow me at. And also you can follow 5 Photos, FYEFOTOS. So you can follow us there.
And I'm going to do your theme song going, Coley,
Thank you.
Coley.
I like it.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
No, I love you.
I got you.
Like to feel you.
Not that part. That part gets edited out.
We live, boo. So
I'm talking about when he drop it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
when he,
All right.
if he was to drop
I
that.
got it.
Alisha Coley, thank you for coming. Did you have a good time?
Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much for coming,
I had
man.
fun
Thank
with you
you.
guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Come on anytime
You
you want.
welcome back. I was about to say you welcome back.
Anytime
Anytime
you
you
want.
want to.
Straight up.
Cool.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
it. I'll be back next week.
Listen, shout out to our production
Let's go.
team. We appreciate the people that made this possible, that make sure that everything is going the way it's supposed to go.
You're
Shouts
amazing.
out to you, most importantly, for listening to us. Make sure that you let everybody else know to go to @TheKickbackP on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. That's how you find us, okay? That's how you come and join us every single Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Case? What?
Yeah, yay.
What?
How can they find you?
Doesn't matter. It's not my show.
Ah.
My Instagram is at
That's what we're doing?
Gerard_J. Yeah. Gerard_J. JARARD _J.
And mine is IM_case1. And I have to pee right now. So
All right. Well, on that note,
now
listen.
that part is not on my Instagram, but I gotta pee.
Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate you. We'll see you next Wednesday at the Kickback Podcast.
Love
Be
y'all,
cool.
man.
Ooh, thank you. Thank
Sissy,
you.
though, I
Thank,
gotta
thank
pee.
you.
I'm about to piss. No, I gotta piss.
How long you been holding that one? You been holding that for a while?
Case, Gerard J.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you back. I don't know.
All you do is talk shit. Oh, you troll the shit out of you.
Sue?